In our last two sections, we got some hands-on experience test driving Backbone models and collections with Karma and Jasmine. In this section, we're going to dive into the DOM in order to test and implement our views for our recipe app. After we get going, we're going to run into a few issues that will compel us to include a little helper library called jasmine-jquery. With the extra library, we'll test drive some view functionality, and you'll be presented with the most difficult hands-on challenge yet. Let's get started. In this video, we're going to start off by writing some tests for our recipe view, introduce handlebars.js, and create a template for our view. Let's create and open a file called recipe-view-spec.js in the spec directory. In this file, let's add a describe block called a recipe view and an it block called should exist. Let's simply expect the recipe view to be defined. Since we're including all of our tests in karma.conf.js, this new spec file should be pulled in automatically. If we look at the console, we'll see that the test is failing, which is what we expect to see. Let's fix that. Create a file called recipeview.js in the source directory with our boilerplate namespacing code. Now, let's add the file to our files array in karma.conf.js. We should still see failing tests because we haven't defined our recipe view yet. In recipeview.js, let's add a single line that defines it by extending backbone.view. Now that we've defined recipe view, our test should pass. We have a view object, now let's flesh it out a little bit more. We want each view to be built with a template, so let's switch over to HTML for a bit to build out a simple template. We'll create a new templates directory in the source directory. Inside that, we'll create a file called recipe-template.html. We'll be using the handlebars templating library to define our templates. If you're not familiar with handlebars, don't worry. It's easy to pick up and we'll only be using the basic features. Take a look at handlebars.js.com for more information on what it can do. We'll wrap this template in a script tag with a type of xhandlebars as if we were embedding it into our HTML page. Now, let's add a header for the recipe name, a place to show the rating, a UL for the ingredients, and an OL for the instructions. Now, we want our view to be able to access this handlebars template in our tests, but right now, our tests are being run in a DOM environment with nothing in it. In the next video, we're going to investigate how to accomplish this so we can use our new handlebars templates to render our view.